What is going on, people? Welcome back. This is part 6 of the Kyalami GT feature multiplayer Lamborghini series. We've already done this 5 times. This is our 6th attempt now. Starting from the back in 22nd place, we already do one car, and we're definitely going to get a few going into the first corner. Going up the outside of all these guys, going up the outside of the R8, going up the outside of the 911, and nearly the BMW as well. He dive bombs everyone, and then we sort of give him a bit of a shove as well. Yeah, that was a bit aggressive into the first corner for me, to be honest. Didn't have to be that aggressive, but we're making moves, which is the main thing. Trying to stay out of trouble, into a tangling, let them get on with it. We're up into 5th place. And this is sort of the start we had to part 5, which was a really good start. We were by far the fastest car on track. We would have won that race, but we got tangled up with the front runners. And then it was just it was like a domino effect. Once we went off, we just kept tangling with other people, and then it was damage limitation towards the end. But yeah, it was emotional. But yeah, anyway, back to this race. We're catching up to 4th place here. We're going to try and go up the inside of him. He goes for a late break, so we'll let him have it. We'll position the car to get a good acceleration down the hill. Nice drive out of that, coming out of that corner, and we might get a move. No, he goes defensive. That's fine. We'll switch the car back, get a good line, position the car right for this braking zone here, put it into first gear, and then accelerate hard. And we're only 1.4 off the leader. We can see the leader. We're just stuck behind this Corvette at the moment. Might get an opportunity here. We'll switch it to the inside, late brake into first gear. He switches us really well as well, so fair play to him, but we are definitely going to have more power on the straight than him. And away we go. And there's movements being made up front. I think that was 3rd place, going for an overtake on 2nd place, but he doesn't quite get it done. We go really deep into that corner. We give the place back to the Corvette, who nearly hits us, but we move our nose out the way of him. And now we are back on trying to get into this podium position. This car in front of us seems a little bit wild. Don't know what he's going to do next. We should outbrake him here. Give him room. We don't want to ram him. We don't want to overtake unfairly. And I reckon he's going to late break us here. Is he? Or is he going to let us have it? No, he lets us have it. Good lad. Well done. And now that is P3. We can see the leaders in front of us, and this is lap 2. This is good. This is probably the best position we've been in out of all 6 races that we've done in this series. They're battling hard up front as well. And 2nd place has gone off. There's 1 car left, guys. This is it. All we got to do is make 1 overtake and have a clean race, and this should be it. So let's see what we can do. We're chasing him here. We're in his slipstream. He's going defensive and deep, which is perfect. We get to take the wider line into the corner, and now we're right up his Aris. We give him a little hit as well, which isn't that fair, so we'll back off a bit. It's not fair. And then have a decent last corner, and we should have a go now. I think we're going to get a go at making a go for the lead of this race. So here we go. Should we go left? We'll go left. He goes a bit defensive. That's fine. We'll go right round the outside then. Then he cuts in to try and get our slipstream, which is fair. I'll do that as well. Go for a late break here. No, he shoves his car back in front of us. That's fine. I don't mind that. That's good. We're going to get a bit of a battle here, guys. He's not going to make it easy for us, so let's try and not make contact. We've gone wide, but we don't go off track, which is good. And 2nd place is trying to make a go of getting back involved in this little battle that we've got going on right now. Sun's setting as well around Kyalami in South Africa. Don't mind that though. I like the way the car has handle, and the track is nice and cool. Don't know if me personally, I think it does make a difference whether the sun's out or the sun's gone. I feel like this is optimum temperature for a track right now. And we're more under pressure from behind us right now than we are putting pressure on the guy in front. So let's see if we can change that. by the time we get to the bottom of this hill. We should be able to do that. Lamborghini's definitely got the power. We haven't made the pit stop yet either, so that's got to be done at some point. Don't know what to do yet. Should we go on lap 4 or should we go on lap 5? It depends whereabouts we are in this race. If we're still behind this guy, we'll just do opposites to him. If he pits on lap 4, we'll stay out. If he wants to go for lap 5, then we'll chuck it into the pits at lap 4 and we'll try and do the undercut on him on the fresh rubber for 1 lap. But yeah, a lap ago we were making moves to go past him, and now 1 lap later we're 1 second behind him. So yeah, need to improve on this at the moment. It's not good enough. Late brake into the first corner, chuck it into first gear, into second gear, let the car rotate, back on the power, slight late brake into that braking line, use all of the curb, let the car swing across track, and then chuck it into a slipstream down the straight while slowly shifting the car to the left hand side. Late brake into this braking line into third gear, let it stay tight until you can get on the power fully and not come off it. And then a slight late brake into this braking line. Use the curb, but I never use the curb, but use the curb there, guys. That's best advice I can give you. And the same here, get the 2 left wheels on that curb and then the 2 right wheels on this curb. Get back on the power as soon as possible, but without having to lift or brake. And then all the way up the hill, slightly late brake on this braking line, chuck it into first gear, let the car rotate, and then as soon as it is pointing down the hill, fully accelerate. And now we're in his slipstream. We're going to nick his slipstream all the way down now, try and keep the car flat out, which we do. We're right behind him now. Don't hit him, do not hit him, do not hit him. Make clean overtakes here, Steve. We position the car nicely alongside him. This is our opportunity. We've got the nose ahead. Don't hit him, which we don't. And he goes into the pits. We're going to stay out. We're going to do opposite to him, like I said. To be honest, even if I wanted to pit, it would have been so dodgy to do it there because his car was completely in the way. But now we've got a lap. We need to deliver on this lap. It's going to be difficult because the tyres are going to die probably midway through this lap. Whereas he's going to have fresh rubber. And his pace, I know we've got more pace than him, but him on fresh tyres and us on dying tyres, I mean, do the science, guys. You know how it normally works out in real racing. Let's just see what we can do. We're 3.5 seconds ahead of the next nearest person to us, so we're doing all right, but it's not too bad. I can definitely see a win on the horizon in this race. Let's just try and hook the rest of this lap up. And then, before we get excited, there's definitely still a job to do here. It all depends on where we're going to come out of the pits. Because that guy did still have pace and on fresh tyre as well. I don't know. It's going to be hard to put. It's definitely going to be close. I know that much. It would be nice if we're ahead. We don't have to fight no more. But even if he gets ahead, we are definitely going to have 1 lap at the end of this race where our tyres will be in their prime condition and his will be starting to die. So we're definitely going to have an opportunity at the end, but I don't think he will be able to hold us out. But anyway, we chuck it into the pits at the end of lap 5. This is the beginning of lap 6. We're coming out the pits. I see him coming and I think we're going to stay ahead of him here. I don't think he's got the speed down the straight to actually even have a go, to be honest. We're going to late brake, shift it across track just in case he does lunge us, but he doesn't. And that's it. 0.7 ahead. Unless he does something amazing right now, we're going to start to clear off here. I'm sure of that. Yeah. There you go. ASI will not be catching us. At the moment, unless something mad happens, we make a big mistake or get a big penalty, I'm sure that we're just going to extend and he will not be catching us. I'm sure of that. I don't know, he has got the delta down a little bit here. Not worryingly. I think he went off track as well there. Yeah, he did. Alright, yeah, it's game over. Yeah, it's game over. There's no way he's going to be able to catch us 4 seconds. Not with the ground that we can make up behind him. I don't know how to take this at the moment. The other 5 races we've done in this series were nothing like this. It was battling throughout constantly, and there was always someone up front that we just couldn't quite get. I don't think we've even had a battle for the lead so far in all of this series. But yeah, I'll give you a recap now. It seems like we're going to have a bit of time. So this is the Kyalami GT feature multiplayer series, which I started with this Lamborghini. I promised I'd stay in the Lamborghini till we got the W. Race 1, we finished in 4th place. It was scrappy towards the end as well. Good race though, some good overtakes in that. And then race 2, we finished in 2nd place. Normal race. I think we had just about more pace in 1st place, but we didn't have the time to catch him. Obviously, we're coming from the back every race. That was race 2. Then race 3, it was the same again. It was a 2nd place win, and I was really starting to think I'm cursed to 2nd place. It was an improvement on the 2nd race, finishing in 2nd, and then into the 3rd race. I thought consistency, we should start getting a win, because we were improving every race we raced around here. And it was another 2nd place in race 3. And then going into race 4, it was the same story. It was 2nd place again, and it was a close finish for 2nd place as well. I really had to push on the final lap to overtake that Porsche, but we did get the 2nd again. And then what was that? That was the 4th. So the 5th race, the last race we done just before this one, it was very frustrating. We had a really, really good start, probably the best start that we've had in all of these races, including this one. It was clean, it was crisp, we overtook many of cars, and we were fighting with the leaders within 3 or 4 corners. And that's starting from the back as well, that I have to stress. It's rare that you can get through that many cars without getting caught up in issues, and we ended up getting caught up in issues with 1st and 2nd place. We went off track, and it was like a domino effect. Towards the end of the race, I was thinking that we were actually going to get a 3rd place and not a 2nd place, but with 2 laps to go, it was a 6-second gap to 2nd place. With 1 lap to go, it was just over 3 seconds, so we were getting the time off enough to catch up to 2nd place. And we actually end up catching him up and overtaking him after the final corner to get 2nd place again. So we definitely so far have had a curse of 2nd place on this series, but this race, we are nearly 10 seconds out in front. It was fairly straightforward. We started well. We overtook most of the field by the end of lap 1. And yeah, it was quite simple to get into 1st place as well. He fought with us for a few corners. He then jumped into the pits at the end of lap 4. We stayed out and went till the end of lap 5, and here we are now. He never undercut us. We stayed ahead. He didn't even get to challenge again, and we're now on the final lap of this race, and we're in 1st place by nearly 12 seconds, and we are just loving life. His tyres will be dying on this final lap. Our tyres are going to be cushy. Yeah, so it's been a good run. It's been a good series. I've enjoyed it. We've always been up there in 2nd place. I think the 1st race was the only one where we finished outside of 2nd place. So it's been an enjoyable series, but it does feel good now to finally put this to bed. We've literally just got to bring it in. Like, we're just taking the car home now. We're not going to go mad. We're not going for a fastest lap, I wouldn't say now. It's literally just bringing the car home. Yeah, because we're nearly we are half a second down on our fastest time. So we're not going to be beating that. It's just all about bringing the car home now. We've finally done it. After the curse of the second place, race after race, we can finally just tick it off the list and say that we've done the win now. In this Lamborghini at Kyalami in South Africa. In an evening race as well, it just fits, it's perfect. We can start to enjoy ourselves now. Let's even get the rear end out, why not? And let's just have fun all the way across the line. Show how much we've enjoyed it. It was an easy win in the end. A very dominant win. And that, ladies and gentlemen, we come up 21 places. We took first place. It's not the fastest lap time I've done far. I've got into the mid 143s on the medium tyre, so we didn't really have to push very hard. But we finally done it in the end, and it feels good to end the series like that. I really appreciated anyone that stuck around and watched all the videos through. I enjoyed it in the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any ideas for another series to do. Obviously, I'll keep thinking of some to do myself. But yeah, I hope to see you again soon in some more of the videos that I post up. I hope you enjoy them. I'll see you in the next one.